Hello and welcome to everybody across the globe for the 6th Global Chess Festival. My name is Carl Portman and I'm the author of Chess Behind Bars, and I also work with the English Chess Federation doing Chess in Prison's work. I'm delighted to be asked to speak about this very important subject. Chess is a community globally, and there are many communities within that community. Junior chess, female chess, club chess, mature chess, online chess. But very often there's another community that's discounted, and that's the prison community. And I want to just spend 15 minutes or so just to try and give you some thoughts and ideas about that, what's happening, and maybe if you could do something about this yourself. So we shall carry on with no further ado. And this is the book that I wrote, Chess Behind Bars, which started off as a few articles, but then so many prisoners wrote to me, I believed that there was a need for a book to be written for prisoners and indeed for chess fans and indeed the general public. Everybody can enjoy it because there's something for everyone. So my question to you around the globe watching this is, how many people do you think are in prison worldwide? Many people come up with strange figures for this, but quite interestingly, 11 million. That's men, women, young children, young people. 11 million. I mean, that is a hell of a number and constitutes a country the size of Cuba or Belgium or South Sudan. We have a audience here, very much so, on, if we can bring chess into prisons to make a change, look how many people we're talking about worldwide. Now, people do have some strange ideas about the purpose of prison, and I did myself when I started. I ask you now for a second or two to think, what is the purpose of prison? Many people say it is to punish people. It's a fair response, but it's actually about rehabilitation. That is the job, the role of a prison. The purpose of a prison, to have a prison of purpose. You don't go to prison for punishment. You go to prison as punishment. I should say at this point that I've never been an inmate, but I'm doing something from a chess perspective. But this is the point. You don't go for punishment, you go as. And it's about reforming people. Wherever you are in the world, there are educational programs, many other activities. It's about how do we want this person to be or behave or feel when they've left the prison. There are many activities, many educational ones, and yet we still find that reoffending rates are still huge. We know that wherever country we live in. Why is that? Mental health is a huge issue. We've seen from the COVID-19 lockdown how frustrated people can be just being stuck in their houses for a few weeks. Well, imagine being stuck in one tiny cell for 23 hours a day for 10 years. Now, that is going to do something to your mental health. You've got a lot of time on your hand. You're going to come back out of prison. Many people go in for short terms and not even for violence. How are they going to feel when they come out? Society has a duty to help. And this is where chess comes in. It is a tremendous metaphor for life. This for me is about giving something back. I give my time voluntarily, thoroughly enjoy doing it. It's the reward for everything that chess has given to me. Let me explain how chess works there. All of these things you can see, and if you're a chess fan watching this, and I'm sure you are, social aspects, building bridges and friendships. Many people won't come out of their cells. There's a lot of violence in prisons, as you can imagine. But chess brings people together. I've seen it many times. Unlikely alliances of people that come together for chess and split a game when it's finished. But it shows you about responsibility and accountability for decisions. We know how that works. Hard work pays off. Chess is a meritocracy. You don't get the result for free. And in prison, you don't get it for free. You have to work for it. You don't get to take the move back in chess as in life. You make your move, you have to stick with it. There are no barriers. I've seen all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life come together to play chess, and no doubt so have you. And importantly, it's your game. When you're at school, we're told what to do. When you're at home as a kid, we're told what to do. We're told where to park, what to eat, and what to buy. And in prison, you're told what to do, where and when. Not when they play chess. I tell them it's your game, your creativity, Nobody tells you what to do but yourself. And of course, it does embrace the educational spectrum. And this is what, if you do contact a prison, try to sell this idea to the management there. Chess covers all of those subjects. English, we have chess books in English. It helps people to read. Mathematics, we clearly know about in chess, you know, the geometry and the alphanumeric system. Art and chess go together hand in hand. Geography, I put a map of the world up and say where chess started in India, where's India? Then we go all the way across for what was Persia, Arabia, Europe, and people get a geography lesson. History, 1600 years old, fantastic. Religion, chess and religion have had a relationship for many years. Sport, psychology, science, even the science of computers and the development of computers, starting with Botvinnik, is very, very important. I don't really care if people think it's science, sport and art, whatever it is, it's truly a cultural game. And so here with this picture from a British prison, the one thing you have on your hands when you're in prison is time. Time becomes your toy. You can see here this gentleman is reading a book, but you know, imagine being stuck in there for these 10 years. I put chessboard here, and so the magic really happens when the chessboard arrives in the cell. And I've seen some of the transformation once that happens. We know you can go anywhere you want to in your head when you have a chess set. And by the way, it's not difficult to bring one into a prison. You can't take your snooker table or your pool table in, but you can take the chessboard. So when prisoners sign up, they don't just sign up for one thing like art or science as they did. They know when they sign up for chess, they can get an amalgamation of all subjects and learn a lot. So I'm finding more people are doing chess and signing up less to one or other element, which is tremendous. Going into a prison, you can't do that without the authority of a governor or being supported by a prison officer, as I am here. There are many good prison officers who love chess, play chess, give of their time for chess clubs, and they invite me in to come and do talks and signals. And you know, I'm very grateful to them wherever they are to give their time. And you can see here, the symbol goes very, very well. I mean, I've been at almost 2,000 ELO player once, but I'm a bit less than that now. But that doesn't matter. The point is, you're engaging people as you are here. Yes, I want to win, and I tell them I won't give them anything for free. That's never the case. But I like to go and talk to them, have a Q&A about chess. Many people have been in so long, people still think Bobby Fischer is the world champion. And yes, quite a few have heard of you did, but quite a few still think Elvis is alive. So there's a challenge there. But I do a Q&A. That's always fantastic. That resolves some of their problems. Often they think that the 50-move rule is an 18-move rule, etc., but there we are. And the symbol goes down really well. Of course, they try to beat me. They prepare by taking chess books out of the library, working together, and that's a good thing. That shows that prisoners are actually capable of not fighting in a prison, but you know, working together to try to do something good to bring me down. And a few certainly have. There are some good players there. Afterwards, it's important to have the wash-up with the governor to say, how do you think it went? I'll give you my time. I'll give you chess equipment, but what I want from you is a chess club. I want chess on the agenda. I want chess players to meet regularly. Give them the opportunity. Yes, what a surprise. Women in chess. Well, we do have the great Judith with us, so of course we would talk about that. There are fewer women in chess across the world, but there are some female chess players and some that want to enjoy the game. So I will go to a women's prison, and play chess. And I would hope that you might do the same as well. And of course, no man, it is true, does like to be beaten by a woman, even the prison guards. So hard luck. This is a quick one. This is the kind of mail that I get from prisoners. And that picture isn't contrived. I get hundreds of letters all of the time. In England, we have about 83,000 inmates, and I thought, how can I reach them all at once? I'll write for the prison magazine newspaper. And there it is. And I do an article every month, set a problem, and I give a prize to the first out of the hat. And I get all of these letters and more with tremendous stories. And as you can see, prisoners are quite imaginative, having time on their hands with the way they write the envelope. Nice chessboard in the corner there. I wholeheartedly approve. Doesn't mean to say they'll win, of course. And just a couple of quick, when we talk about chess being good for people, good for the brain, good for cognitive development, good for health, how do we really know that? They could be just words. Here, I have real testimony from real people about how chess is helping them, increasing their confidence. They can do more. They can progress, and their personal life improves. If the prisoner writes and tells me that, that's fantastic. And look at that line. I chose not to ever commit crime again. How did that happen? He found chess, and he said, now when I go out of prison, instead of burglary and robbery at 7 o'clock at night, I'm going down to the chess club. Fantastic news. Of course, COVID and over-the-board chess has stopped a lot of that for now. My memory is coming back better. People in prison have abused themselves with drugs and drink, but here, this gentleman said, it's so much better. He gets out, memory's coming back, thought process improving. It's all good news. There's no bad news in this story, and that's what I want to impress if some of you feel like getting in touch with a local prison and giving something back. And I know that it does all of these things. Burning time is really, really important, but in a productive way. When people are battling on the board, they're not battling each other in the prisons or the prison offices. And does it have redempting qualities? Yes, it does. Clearly, if people say they learnt chess and decided through that and the way they changed their thinking, they won't go back to prison, it's done its job. Chess can even save lives. The man that wrote saying he wanted to commit suicide until he found chess one Christmas. Then he found new friends, got out of his cell. Fantastic news. So here Solzhenitsyn was basically saying in his writings that he thanked chess, that he thanked prison for giving the opportunity to reflect and find himself. And lots of people do that. If you have a 2-week sentence or a 10-year one or more. But chess really, really does help, plays a part in the overall plan. I was lucky enough to play my hero after 43 years of trying last year in France, in Chartres, in France. And there was a Q&A session, and I knew he supported chess in prisons, and I took the opportunity to ask him why. And that answer that he gave was an absolute revelation to me. It can give prisoners the key to a free world. It can do it, but society, the second society, as he mentioned, has to help. We can't just let people out of prison with a few pounds and hope that they'll get on with it. We need to support them. But yes, if we've got people like Anatoly Karpov at the helm, we'll take it. And this final thought that I give, when the prison doors are opened, the real dragon will fly out. I often get even, excuse me, from my best friend saying, why would you do it? Why would you help prisoners to think more clearly and be better at strategy so that they can go out and commit crime again? I don't subscribe to that school of thought, thank heaven, and I've never seen that happen. But I said to this chap, what if the prisoner came out and moved in next door to you? What kind of dragon would you want? Would you want somebody who's more upbeat, hasn't been locked up for 23 hours a day, feels better because of chess, because it helped? Well, that's why I do it, because I know that we can make or break different dragons. And my final point is to all of you watching around the globe. Help wanted. When I started doing this on behalf of the English Chess Federation in March 2014, I very much thought I was on my own. And often I do feel like I'm on my own. But there's a big world out there. No one person can do everything, but everyone can do something. Why don't you try and contact your local prison, your chess federation, your local government official and say, what can I do? Can I come in and can I offer chess? Let me try and make a difference. And my favorite line is about not complaining about the darkness. Let's not complain. Let's go and light a few candles. And with chess, we can do that. And on that thought, I wish you all a fantastic day, and I hope the festival's going really well. As they say, gens una umus, we are one family. Let's remain the same. Have a fantastic day, everybody, and goodbye.